Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans, and something rather different in this video. It's actually two sound bites, and it's a Radio 7-2 interview, and I've just extracted two specific sound bites from it because they're really relevant to this channel. The person being interviewed by Radio 702 is a political analyst, and he's a professor at the University of South Africa. And his name is Lasabiti. Now, in the first soundbite, what Lasabiti raises as a huge issue is the incompetence of people who are in senior positions, like CEOs of municipalities, who are only there because of affirmative action. And basically, he's saying when they get their instructions from higher up, which is politicians, they just sign on the dotted line. Okay, and that, I'll tell you a bit about the second soundbite when we get to it.
In those who still had thought that they would benefit or they lead to the state with impunity.
Is it cynical for me to ask that maybe these officials are just cannon fodder because it was the politicians who were making the decisions? They merely signed off. And we know, of course, that Cogta Minister, for example, Willem Kiese, has told us that in many instances, CFOs in municipalities, the people who are in charge of the kitty, are often unqualified and don't know what they're doing. So when the politicians lean on them to sign or make certain decisions, they just comply.
You see, that's precisely what always fascinates me, that you expect performance from the people you appointed, not with the intention that they should deliver, but in the intention that they would serve nefarious interests. It may sound too strong, but when you overemphasize affirmative action, you overemphasize cadre deployment, certainly you decenter meritocracy. And you put deployment as a cardinal point. You put political affiliation as a cardinal point. So at the end of the day, you will get outcomes like this. And indeed, the small man will take the flag, while the big fish responsible for all this is not responsible. Right now, I have no doubt that the men from Limpopo are likely to be punished in this instance. But these are junior fellows who are just implementing policies. I know of politicians who...
Right, I think you understand what he's talking about there. And Lasabiti in this second soundbite with Radio 702 makes the point that the corrupt ANC officials are actually investigating the VBS Bank scandal, and yet they themselves have already been exposed as being corrupt. So you're putting corrupt people in charge of a corrupt story. Not only that, but he says that these senior bureaucrats who are only there because of affirmative action and don't know what the hell they're doing, when they make a huge mistake, guess what they do? They push them up to a higher rank within the organization. It's quite extraordinary, but hear it from the horse's mouth. It's soundbite 2. And don't forget to subscribe to be kept informed. Take care, guys.
Yeah, but except, I mean, you look at the PEC that's dealing with this issue in Limpopo, and some of the people that are involved in trying to get to the root of the problem include former Minister Bongani Bongo. Now, wasn't he accused a little while ago of offering, what, R1 million bribe to an evidence leader in a parliamentary process? What's happened to him? And he's now part of fixing this?
Yes, indeed. Right. And I've heard somebody saying, when you fail, you are promoted to higher level of incompetence, of non-performance. At least you will be shouted, but shafted to another level, often comes to the higher level. But I say again, maybe overemphasizing this, but given that there is a new sheriff in the village, let's hope that indeed things will be done differently, and people will begin to do and serve national interests rather than party interests. Because all these things are done in the name of party interests. All these are done in order to serve the stomachs of those that are supposed, or those who purport to act on behalf of the public and the rest of the earth.